You can't Uber it because that's going to be expensive as shit over a period of time. Can't carpool with anybody? I don't know how it works or how far away.
Hi guys. I am
Hi
out
guys.
here just a
I
moment. I need
am.
to
Hi
change
guys.
one thing.
Here just a
I
moment.
Okay, sorry about that. All this technical stuff sometimes. Um, I'm here with Lady Elaine, who was a character that I started um, just a couple weeks ago and started her video where I created her. Then we did another one about some of the few things you can do in solitude, showed around the town. I'm going to do a few more things today. I only use her to stream with us so that you can see from, I'm going to try and do it more often, more than once a week, where I will take her from being a very low tune to who knows where, hopefully. Okay, we, yes, went through the Outlaws Refuge in the last video and ended up out here. That's the door into the Outlaws Refuge, I believe, because that's where it came out from, but there's no symbol on the door. That takes you into solitude. Okay, so anyway, I am going to take her up to Solitude and we will start training her horse and get her a place to live and check out certain things you can do in town. So if you have any questions as we go along, please ask them. Let me know you're out there. So here we go. Now her horse is ridiculously slow, and you can tell this if you push C on your keyboard. This is, by the way, PC base that I work with. I used to play on Xbox. I find this much better. Um, can't explain why. I just do. I like it much better on PC. Um, anyway, this is letter C is your character. This icon at the top here, and it gives you basic information about when the next time she levels. On the left it shows what rewards I will get. She's currently level 3, so when I hit level 4 she'll get these items and I would explain them as I put them in. Over here is who she basically is, her makeup as far as her stats, what I'm putting in on her bar for magicka, health, and stamina. I have her as a Breton Templar, so there will be magicka and stamina. I've just started putting in stamina at this point. I will see which way it goes. So anyway, down here, this is where I was going. Your writing skill. See, her writing skill is at 0%. This is her movement, her speed. This symbol is her stamina. If you don't have stamina and you're running through a territory trying to get away from enemies, they can pull you off your horse or cat or guar or spider, whatever the heck it is you're riding. And I usually refer to it as horse, even though it's like a million different things. And then over here, your carrying capacity. I have not, I've only started doing this. I've never used the carrying capacity on a horse. They've made the bags on the horse look much better. When we first started in some of the older horses, it looks terrible. The bags stick out. It just doesn't look right. Uh, it's a vanity thing, I guess. So anyway, I will start doing that with this character as well, because you can get up to 60 items in your bag, and I think that just adds to your basic inventory, but we'll figure that out as we go along. I am, and the only other thing down here that's showing is that I am an ESO Plus member, which is optional. I am, with my other tunes, a very big crafter, and if you want to be a crafter and do that sort of thing, you cannot. You have an unlimited craft inventory. Let me show you. This is your inventory here. This symbol is your ESO Plus craft bag. And I've got thousands of things in here. Whereas if you're stuck with just your inventory in the beginning of only 70 spaces, you can, with gold, purchase, or with crowns, purchase upgrades. But this is invaluable because I can just grab stuff to craft with all over the place, and I just know I have it here. There are a few things that you only have a few things. This is a new style material. I only have two of them. But you know, it's there's a ton of items in here, and of course there's the menu that goes across the top that tells you for which crafting, blacksmithing, clothing. That is just the basics. So that's just about the craft bag. We'll get into that when we do crafting with her. The other thing is that ESO Plus is $14.99 a month. um, which you also get back 5,000 crowns every month to spend in the crown store. And I think that's pretty much a wash, because that's, I believe it's about $5 worth. Anyway, so I think it's an excellent way to go. Now we're going up. Let's see. Let's put her on a horse. Oh, I haven't even picked a horse for her yet. Okay. U takes you into your collections. This is the icon. And if you look over at the right where it says collections, it has the letter U. That's what you put in on your keyboard. Um, and we're going to go down to mounts. And I have lots and lots. I've been playing this for almost 4 years now. I have lots and lots of horses. By the way, I'm not the most proficient player. I am not an end gamer. I have been to Cyrodiil in the sewers for fun, but I'm not hardcore, gotta be emperor kind of person by any means. This is I all over the place doing just about everything. Here is here are my horses. And I'm just gonna pick a basic one. Usually the first horse you get is this Palomino, and that's her. Spacebar, spacebar. I don't know if anybody saw my video that I did a little couple last week with my 2.5-year-old grandson sitting here on my lap, and he was pushing the space bar and the H to bring up the horse and picking the horses, and it was a lot of fun. Anyway, see how slow she is. This is so bad, so bad. Now we're heading to the gate up there, which is Solitude. See, now you would not, you can run faster than this. If you go with a group with a very low tune that's not all the way up on her horse, it takes a long time to get it up unless you put some real money into it. Um, just every day, be sure you train her up so that she can do better on her horse. Right now, this is her first time at the stable,
mistreating his horse in front of me.
and
I remember every mount that comes through here.
she loves horses, so
you
that's
too.
good. Okay, so view the stable. It talks to you, gives you a little bit of a tutorial when you first start out. And those 3 items that I talked about, the speed, stamina, and carrying capacity, each day you can upgrade a riding skill for 250 gold. Well, I do not have any gold on me enough to do this, so we're going to stop here. I'm going to bring up one of my bankers, and this is something that you don't need. There's a bank in town, but for time's sake, I'm going to bring up my local banker. That we bring up bankers and merchants while we're out
Let's do some
fighting
busy.
because it helps, and you get more spaces if you're an ESO plus member. So I'm just going to withdraw some currency. I'll take out about 4,000 just to have something on me. We'll get rid of Mr. Snooty here, as a friend
Speak
of mine
with me a
calls
moment.
him, and talk to this guy again. By the way, again, there's the symbol for the stable. When you're looking at the map of a town, here is the symbol for the map, the horse's head. So any town you're in, major town, should have a stable. And what I've done, and I will do this with her most likely today, is I just park her at the stable so I don't forget every day to train my horse. So that's the beginning. So she will go over here, talk to this guy. Did I do that already? Come on. I know that's your name. Where are you? When you have somebody that has their bear out for because they're a warden, that bear gets in the way sometimes. You just have to
Got somewhere to be?
move around. Yeah, see, okay. I didn't do it. I now have money on me, and I'm going to do speed for the first time. I get the speed up about 3/4 of a way. Then I started on stamina. You can go one and one and one and one and every day, just alternate. It depends on what you feel like doing. So now I'm at 1%. You go as high as 60%. Why they've chosen 60%, I don't know, unless there's something in the future that they want to use the rest of it for. I don't know. But I'm now at 1%. And if you go to the letter C for my character information, you see my writing skill is now 1%. and it's every 24 hours. You're on a clock, on a 24-hour clock. And over here, it shows you, I have, what does it say? 19 hours, maybe 20-hour clock, 20 hours. 19 minutes 59, I mean 19 hours 59 minutes and 23 seconds before I can train my horse again. So as you can see, it takes a long time. So we're going to go through the gate just so you know what's out here. This is something that I have not done is battlegrounds. Something that one of these days I'll try. Maybe when she gets up there, we'll give it a shot and you can be there as I fail miserably. Which is basically me. So you've got to understand you can enjoy this game and not be fantastic at it. This is one of the,
is a glorious day
as
to
you
do the thing we love
complete
best in the world.
achievements, there
But
are
first,
furnishing
let me show you
stores
my way.
around where you can, after you've accomplished something, there are certain things that you can get. Now, like for here, this is a brazier. That's what it looks like. And you can, it requires, as you can see in red, it requires Grand Champion achievement to purchase it. So you have to be a Grand Champion in Battlegrounds, have that achievement in order to be able to purchase this brazier for 50,000 gold. Now they probably have some pretty spectacular things. Now this is huge. This is really big. See these, let me go back and show you. See the size of the squares here? That gives you an idea as to how big an item is so that you can kind of compare what you're looking at. These squares are teeny tiny, so this thing is huge. And that's actually pretty cool. And you get that one, Grand Champion Achievement. Is that the other one as well? Grand Champion Achievement. Yeah. Okay, so both these the same achievement. This one's 100,000 gold. You got to start earning some money when you get into the game, either by doing writs in crafting or scrying for items. You'll learn both of those. We'll go through that as well, which is something I'm doing with one of my tunes right now. There are things in here. I do not want to take anything here. We always look to see because that's empty. This is probably empty. They're all empty. But when you're in a place like this, it's usually, if there is something in there, it's stealing. See that meal? If I hit my E button, there's a bounty on me. And if you walk it by a guard, you will be stopped and you will have to give up any stolen goods you have on you, and they will demand money. Here's another furnishing person. Let's see what this one is.
You want your home to look stunning,
Is
yes?
this the same thing? Well, it's Battlegrounds furnishing. These look like they're mostly banners, maybe. Yeah, these look like all banners and tapestries. Pretty cool. Really like that. But look how big it is, man. That's huge. Almost wants me to do Battleground. That's cute. Cool. Let's see if there's anything in here. The other thing that you want to look for as you're traveling around town or anywhere is to look for books. I've done a segment on map completion, which is this section over here, where it shows what you have received, what you've obtained while you're traveling through certain areas. Here's a list of all the areas in Tamriel. This girl has not been anywhere except here. So as you go through the map, you see she has nada. There's nothing here. Oh, I do have a house. All my tunes have a house there. So we have that way shrine and a house. It's just a room. It's not a house. So as you can see, there is nothing. Nothing. What is this one? Oh, you can go back to Western Skyrim. If you happen to make it to Deshaun, and you don't want to run the whole way, you can take a caravan, apparently, to Deshaun. Get on there and it brings you back to Western Skyrim. Okay. Real quick, here are all the areas within Tamriel. As I hold here's Western Skyrim where we are right now. And you can hold your cursor and see all of the different places, all the different areas that you can go to in Tamriel. If you right click again, It brings you out to, this is all of Tamriel, but here is Cold Harbor. That will take you to Cold Harbor. This will take you to Artaeum, which is the island off of Somerset, and Clockwork City. And Clockwork City is rather unique. It's small. It's one of the DLCs that came on a year and a half, 2 years ago, but it's all um, fabricated and you're shrunk down when you go into it. It's very unique. Anyway, okay, so we are in Western Skyrim. Let's look at that again. I hit M for map, and here we are at the main map. Click on Western Skyrim. This is Skyrim. This will get you to Blackreach. If you click on that, it shows you the map in Blackreach, which is awesome. And then click on this to come back out to Skyrim. And you can see by this little triangle, that's where I'm at. And if you have a town that lights up like that, you click on it and it shows you the town. So we are right here heading into Solitude. And I will explain things as we go. I'll try not to be too repetitive from previous videos, but it's kind of hard for me to do. Okay, here we are, main town. If you are someone who played Skyrim, this looks very familiar to you. And this is where they had the crowd where the guy got beheaded, and that's now all of that. Up there is where you turn your crafting writs in. The Winking Skeever now is called the Lonely Troll, but you go inside there and it is like basically the same place. If you remember, there was a shop. I think this was the one where the sisters owned it. I haven't been in here yet, so I want to see what this looks like. Oh my gosh, it looks so much like it. But we have a furnishing person in here. Let's see what they sell. But oh my gosh, this is the same layout and everything.
Something's
Okay.
bothering the Nords here.
Home
That or
goods
they just
furniture.
all
Now
have
this
bad
anyone
blood to
can
me.
buy from. This, as long as you've got enough gold. This is just items that you want to put into a home, basic stuff. And these are all over Tamriel in different towns. It's either easy to locate by their icon. Look at that tree, that's huge. It's really neat. If you go into my videos, they're here, but they are permanently on YouTube. Madam's Mix, and it's Madam's with an apostrophe S space mix, and you'll know you found me if you see my chicken. And there are videos there that turn out to be some of my most popular, where we tour different homes within Tamriel. Other guild members, people that we know, have opened up their homes because they do remarkable things with these houses. And I show where they're at, what they look like before they started, and then we go through it. It's pretty neat. So anyway, these are some of the things that you can purchase for the house. You do not have to do everything with crowns. You can play this game with earning your gold in the game, which a lot of people have really done quite a bit of that because they don't want to spend cash. And here's another person. Who's this guy?
Despite
Oh,
what some
he's a regular
superstitious
achievement
Solitude
finisher.
Nord might have told you.
So this guy, these are achievements that we will probably get along the way as we go with Elaine here. I have the money to purchase this one, but I can't. So this one, that's a doll. I have it. I did the achievement on one of my other tunes. But in this case, it requires Western Skyrim Cave Delver achievement and Threat Ender for this banner, and a statue, ice statue, Cowering Wretch. Oh, Frozen Coast Explorer achievement. That's pretty cool. And some more banners. There's all this kind of stuff that, of course, the Giant's cheese. You know, you can't have Skyrim without giant cheese. Mammoth cheese. So sorry. And you can purchase maps to hang on your wall. All kinds. Oh, that's really cool. Look at how big that is. There are people that have homes where they have it's on the water and they want to purchase a boat. Now in this one, let me find it. Here it is. Not that one. Is that the one I'm on? Yes. You have to get the Kynes Aegis Conquer achievement. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Um, so the Kynes Aegis Conquer achievement will get you this boat, which is pretty awesome. And there's another one. I think there's another boat that you can get for the fishing achievement. I'll look that up too. I think you can purchase it, which is Pike, Weather Banner, a replica throne. Oh, that's a throne. Yeah, a throne. So anyway, that is an achievement furnisher. Achievements, where you can look at your achievements. You hit the letter J, which is this icon, this book icon here. Across the top are the, first of all, these are quests that you're working on. This is one that I started and will continue on. I believe this was the beginning of the story quest from the very beginning. The Antiquities tab, this is new with the Skyrim Greymore addition to the game, and this has to do with scrying for antiquities throughout all of Tamriel, and it's pretty cool. And I have other videos where I started doing that when it first came out. There's a lot we've learned since then, and I probably will do more later on. The other thing you have here is your lore library. As you collect books, they will go into this library, and at one point, there are actually 3 parts to this library. You can read them. You see books all around Tamriel, and if you read them, they will be stored in one of the libraries. I think it's the Dedic, I don't know how to pronounce it, library, but we'll get into that later. Now, here are your achievements. These are all the different DLCs and areas and like crafting different items that you can do within Tamriel, within the game. This is just a summary of what you are doing as you go along. As you can see, this poor girl has nothing. Well, okay, we did collect some wax. We got an achievement for that. I became part of the Fighters Guild, so I got an achievement for that, and I joined the Mages Guild, and that was in the last video that I did, so that you could see what benefits you get by joining the Fighter and Mages Guild early on. And then here's your leaderboard. If you are an end gamer and you want to know where you stand or want to get to the top of the leaderboard, I guess this is where you go. This is not me, so we will never go here. I shouldn't say never. You never know. I am doing, with one of my tunes, trying to get through the Maelstrom Arena on normal. I cannot see myself doing vet at this point, and I cannot see myself getting on this darn leaderboard list. So if that's what you want out of me, you're not going to get it. Anyway, okay, so that's the achievement vendor, the home good vendor. What is this guy?
Should I
Oh,
leave
another
Solitude?
achievement furnisher. Looks like he's got the same. Yes, there's 2 of them here so that the crowds don't get too bogged down. So anyway, if you're a Skyrim person, that's pretty cool to be coming through here and seeing some of these places that they have repurposed for, say, 1,000 years before Skyrim. That's basically what this is. Here's the bank. And merchant, no, bank, nope, 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 I lie. The bank is over here. See that symbol? That is the bank. You will get to know the bank very well. And rolling my mouse wheel down, you can see this is where I am, and that's the bank. So we're going to go in here and can show you what you can do with the bank. You see, it gets rather crowded in here. I don't know if they have another person here or not. Let's see. Let's see if this guy's a bank. Nope, can't talk to him, so I have to talk to this guy. So, go to E,
Enjoying the hospitality of our
and you go to the bank. This is your own personal bank account, I guess you could say. And withdrawals and deposits. So withdrawals, This is what basically I have in the bank. Now, the reason you see all of this stuff is the furnishings. I have a ton of furniture that I haven't used yet that I will be eventually putting in a house. I pulled most of this out of a different house that I have and plan on using some of it elsewhere. So this is a whole other thing. And you can see that on ESO home stores where when we put those up. Um, anyway, here are your weapons listed. Now, I hung on to these. I've locked them down so that I don't accidentally sell them or deconstruct them. Because at this point, as you can see, this is an eye staff for somebody that hits level 50 with CP points of 160. Um, I'm not sure why I'm holding on to them at this point, but they're here. I may have seen something in them that I wanted to keep. It was probably from a dungeon. And of course, it's not for her at this point. In fact, all of this stuff is read and locked down, mostly from dungeons, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them with some of my other tunes. Now, this one, you can see it's locked down, but it's a lowly little level 1 homespun robe. Well, our guild master and I got married in the game, which is something you can do, and this was my wedding gown. So it's never going anywhere. You'll learn more about us later on. Jewelry. If there's any jewelry in the bank, it would show here. Um, Consumables. This is something that is where I am most of the time in consumables. Blueprints are recipes that you can learn to craft items, like this is a chest of drawers or a footstool. The crafting is unbelievable. Here's a purple blueprint for a horn ritual. I do not know, but you see, I can't do this, and I don't even want to learn them yet with Elaine because she's such a low level at this point. This was an item in collections that we'll get to down the road. Motifs for crafting that you want to learn, which she will eventually learn. That's why I'm hanging on to this stuff, because when we get to that point, I will show you what we do with them. Crown experience scrolls. Actually, I'm going to split that stack, and we're going to take one out. If you saw that, I right clicked, hit split stack so I could withdraw half of them, because all of my tunes have access to this bank account. So I leave stuff, everybody puts stuff in here. Oh, I have a writing lesson. Ooh. Should I use it? Yeah, I'll withdraw it and I'll show you how to use it. That costs crowns or given to you in the daily rewards. Crown repair kits. I don't think I need that right now. I will take out some the try restoration potion. Designs. This is something else for furnishing. Designs. Some of them are woodworking crafting. Some are the clothing crafting. Others are provisioning. Others are jewelry. Others are blacksmithing. So depending on which item, it goes to which crafting station. If that doesn't make any sense, we'll get there. What else have I got? Oh, a lot of stuff that you get for free because of the daily rewards. Some of this I probably should. I don't use it. I should get rid of it. This is stuff instant blacksmithing. This is recipes, all kinds of stuff. But I'm not going to go there yet. Furnishings I explained, and then this is where surveys, treasure maps, excuse me, as it says, miscellaneous stuff goes. The siege equipment, that's all Cyrodiil player versus player items that we use in Cyrodiil. Flaming oil, it's a whole other thing. Guild tabards, citizens of Tamriel. That's the guild that I am running with Rotach. He's our guild master, and I'm the banker. And when we have members that join our guild after a week or two, they are promoted to member. I send them 2,000 gold so they can buy the guild tabard in the guild store, which we'll show you in a minute. And then I've got a few other. What have I got? 2 citizens of Tamriel. Oh wow, that's interesting. I'll pull one out and keep it on her. How I got two, I don't know. I must have bought it by mistake. Okay, surveys, that's something you get when you're crafting. You go out into the world and you can find loads of items, raw materials that you can pick up, and they're good because you can get a lot of material all at once rather than just picking up one or two here or there. Key fragments have to do with Imperial City. Lockpicks. You need lots of lockpicks. There's treasure chests all over Tamriel. And just as there were in Skyrim 5. So you need lockpicks on you. Treasure maps, some of these are quest items. Soul gems are very important. Empty soul gems, usually when you're a new toon, you start learning, there's craft things that you can, craft things, skills you can learn that will help you to fill empty soul gems. And I'm going to pull those out so that we have them. These are glyphs. I have them in here because I have one toon that I am doing a lot of research for crafting on right now, and for deconning, this raises her level to decon glyphs in the enchanting crafting area. All of that we will go on. Down here at the bottom, inventory space in your bank, not your bank, your pack on you, your inventory that you carry with you all the time. I currently have 70 spaces, and there are 20 items in there. I'll show you that in a minute. But the bank space, I have 480 slots. As you can see, I got a lot of crap in the bank, and there's 461. It's a constant juggling when you end up with a lot of toons once you've played this game for a while. It's a lot of juggling of things that you want to keep versus things you want to get rid of. Storage is premium. You also can craft or buy storage chests. There are only 6 different types. Storage chests in the Crown Store. And junk. Oh, Pledge of Mara. I don't know why I've got this here. This can be used. I think it was given in one of the events or a daily thing. That the Pledge of Mara is something that you can use to marry another toon. Let's call it marry, that's what it is. And if you are grouped and run together, you earn 10% more experience when you adventure together. So, but your junk is, I just throw things in there that I don't know what to do with yet. I just throw it in there. And this one I'm already married. I don't think I'm going to use it, but we'll see. And it is bound to my account. See the word bound in the upper right hand corner? If it says character bound, it's on one particular toon, and you have to keep it on that toon. You cannot put it in the bank. So anyway, that is what's in my bank account. Here is my inventory, the 20 items that I have in my inventory, which are things that I've picked up while running along. A few recipes, beginning recipes that I will probably start to use, the Guild Tabard, and a few other items. I'm going to use those, maybe not just yet, but we'll get to it. And experience scrolls. So that is the bank. Anybody has any questions, let me know. We will ask them in chat, and we'll find out if I can answer them for you. That's the other thing. Can I answer them? I don't know. This is a store, a merchant in town. Merchants are the best way to, oh, look at that pet, he glows, are the best way to repair your armor.
My cat, master, scares easy these days. Perhaps
besides buying a few things. They have repair kits, lockpicks, bait for fishing, health potions, all the things you need when you first start out. And we'll do that as we start doing the story quests. You'll see how these things are used. The other thing that this merchant does is fix your armor. Oh, let's see if this is it. Nope, I have nothing to fix, and it's not coming up. So we'll go on. Oh, the other thing is you can sell items to the merchant. Another, when you're going through delves or dungeons or whatever, you end up with a bunch of stuff and your inventory's full. You want to get a hold of a merchant so that you can sell things that you don't want anymore. like these are weapons, of course, the apparel, jewelry. Now, this is worth nothing. I picked this up. It's a level 2 ring. I don't need it. I'm going to sell it to the merchant for nothing just to get it out of my bag. Here is the consumables. I have nothing there. I have recipes, but that are recipes that are worth about 9 gold, but I don't want to sell them. I'm going to use them. And nothing else here that I want to sell, and nothing in my junk. So that is what a merchant does. I will down the road show you what happens when your armor it needs to be repaired. Oh, backpack upgrade.
Unattended back, of course. So
You can.
game.
I currently have
Speaking
70
of, you want a
spaces
bag you
in my
won't
inventory
accidentally drop,
backpack.
right?
I can upgrade them. I'll do it now so that you can see. You can increase your inventory size by 10 more slots. I'm going to accept that and add 10 slots to my. I was at 70, now I'm at 80. Now, as you go up, it gets very expensive. Thousands, tens of thousands to start adding 10 slots to your bag. Let's see if there's anything in here. Nope, nope. Oh, some sweet rolls, but I'd be stealing. That won't work. Let's see here. What else have we got here in town? As you can see, it looks, if you're a Skyrim fanatic, you can see that this really looks a lot like it did. Here's the ramp that goes up to where the castle is. But what they have up here are crafting stations, which we'll get into later. This, though, I think is a grocer, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can buy food from a grocer. These are ingredients for crafting foods. And if you don't have the ESO crafting bag through ESO Plus, this may be one option. You buy them as you need to purchase them with gold. Buy them as you need to craft something, not purchase them. Craft something and buy them as you go, but that's up to you. That's a personal preference. So they have all kinds of food. You can also sell items again. Any merchant you can sell items to. If you accidentally sell something you didn't want to sell, you can purchase it back. Go to the buyback button and you buy it back. And then repair. I have nothing that needs to be repaired at this point. In that door is your alchemist and enchanting crafting tables. I'm not going to go into that just yet. Here's your clothing crafting, jewelry crafting, woodworking, and blacksmithing. And when you get into crafting, it can seem pretty complicated. So I'm hoping that I did do a couple of videos early on. I needed to perfect them because I don't think they're that great. I don't think I explain things very well, but we'll see. Okay, what is this? I do not know what this is. I don't know. Favored enema. That's apparently just something to tempt you. Oh, there's a bookshelf. If you ever get a bookshelf and it says that, you search the bookshelf. A book will come up. Sometimes it says lore book up here in the upper right hand corner. Sometimes it'll say lore book across the top. And sometimes it will up a skill, like your writing skill or a woodworking or jewelry making, your bow, all kinds of skills. So when you're going through, you're new and you're going through delves and dungeons and Mages Guild, anywhere where there are bookshelves, check them out because they can up your skills. Now these, what is this one? This is just another, probably pending a trader guild. And what is this guy?
Here to buy.
Weaponsmith. Early on, when you first start, I know if you don't get drops right away and you need weapons, you can buy weapons here. These are usually very low level. and maybe they change. I'm not sure. I can't remember if they go up as you go up. I do know that once you figured out how to level and where to go and you're a little bit braver, you don't need to buy anything from a weaponsmith or
What do you want?
clothier. You just start getting things that from drops that you just start using. I will show you how to do that as well. Okay, now, oh, here's a leather worker. Okay, so these are not the Traders Guilds. A leather worker, an armorer.
It's hard to get good
She has armor. But like I said, you'll get drops early on and you won't have a problem with it. This guy
I
is
feel like
a
someone's
tailor.
watching me. I have a...
She's a tailor. A little bit of cleavage on there.
You ever hear
I
about
shouldn't say
someone's
anything.
test
I've
about
got this
Drogo
outfit
for
too.
them?
And was there somebody over here? What was this? I guess I didn't talk to him. I thought it was nothing.
I saw a
A
line of
mystic.
Seavers leaving your
Okay.
ship.
Ooh, I like his eye thing. That's pretty cool. You can buy soul gems. You can buy empty soul gems. Soul gems are important. That's what raises you. If somebody's not around to be able to raise you after you've died, you need to have soul gems on you to get yourself back up again. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on here in town. Okay, this is a way shrine. This was one of the first ones I got when I came into town. There's that way shrine. I have two, I think, maybe a few more. I'm not sure. I have three. Ooh. And that's how you get around. You travel from one way shrine to the other. This is Solitude Way Shrine, Solitude Docks Way Shrine, and this one is Deepwood Vale Way Shrine. If you look over here at this map completion area, there is a category of way shrines in Skyrim. I have gotten Western Skyrim. I have to keep saying that, Western Skyrim. I have three, as you can see on the map, 3 way shrines out of 19. And they will be highlighted like they are in a bright white, with a check mark to show that those are the 3 that I have and how many I don't have and what they're called. There are add-ons that you can put into your game. I don't usually use them. I usually Google things, Google Maps, to figure out where certain things are, simply because I'm afraid that add-ons might harm, too many of them could harm the actual game or my computer. But that's my personal thing. Tons of people that use lots of them. Anyway, okay, we are in town here. We've been through this section here. We came in here by the stable, and now I guess we'll run down here. My last video showed the Outlaws Refuge, whereas if you do steal something, or if you are a thief, and that's the way you want to go, you will become very familiar with the Outlaw Refuge. There are 2 entrances. One was that one that I was standing at below Solitude. So if you go in here, you end up down by the docks. This is one of the homes that's for sale in Solitude, Proudspire Manor, which is very much like Proudspire Manor in the game. There's 2 rooms we figured out. There's 2 rooms that are missing, and a door that are stairway out of the back patio that are not there, but otherwise very, very similar. Bard's College. There's an antiquarian, not antiquarian, an instrument quest there that's pretty cool. And you end up getting a music box, which is a first furnishing item, and it is a music box that plays. You can put it in any house that you may have, room or house. Antiquarian Circle, that's the antiquities. We will do that with her one of these days, probably one of the next times. And of course, the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, and I am in a story quest right now where I need to talk to Lyris Titanborn, and maybe we'll finish it up with doing that. Do a little bit of a quest. But for right now, let's see. What am I looking for? There we go. Okay. We'll run down here. There's the Fighters Guild, and that's the symbol, the sword. Oh my goodness, it's like the Aurora Borealis up there. It's beautiful. This alleyway here, I guess I don't have to do the antiquarian quest because my other tune has done it. Let's see if this is anything. Okay, this is somebody's house that's most likely part of a quest, probably a Thieves Guild quest. You have to break in. Here's Proudspire Manor that we looked at before, and it's will be one of the houses that we do in a stream on Homes Tours soon. This is the Bard's College. Looks very similar to the way it was. This is the area out back where they held their performance, if I can remember right. I know it was just a performance if you through the instrument quest here. And this is probably part of a quest, yep. And then this building here is the Antiquarian Circle, which is this, and that's where you start the quest for the Antiquarian. And then this is the Mages Guild. You can see by the symbol up there on the placard hanging up right there. It's the Mages Guild. Now, this is where I'm supposed to go next to continue on with the story quest, which is the Blue Palace Courtyard. But I just thought of something that I wanted to check out before we do that. I want to get a room here in town so that I can show you the benefits of having a room where you can store stuff and do a few things. Is this the church? No. There's a church here, I believe.
I bet you could
Like
spare
there
a
was
coin.
is in Skyrim. Yes, that's it right there. And there's a quest in there. Hi, Evil. How are you? Haven't seen you on in the last couple days. Where am I going? Now I'm going to... Good. Good, good.
This one could use a strong drink.
Our guild is going to start getting together. Oh, yeah. Real life stuff. I get it. Real life stuff. Gets in the way of the game. But it is what it is. Okay, we're going to go into the inn and go upstairs. As you can see, this looks a lot like the tavern in Skyrim. The brewer is here. From him, you can buy recipes. If you're looking for a recipe, you're crafting recipes, look with the brewer. And they may be different places, but they're usually there. Sometimes you go crazy trying to find a recipe, looking all over the place. It's either with if it's a drink recipe, it will be with him. If it is a, wait a minute, there should be somebody else here. Nope, nope, those are real people. Maybe over by the, where is the fire? The cooking fire. Okay, here we go. Here she is. He is. It should be a little
I heard a
more
tale
specific.
about a man
The
and his
store
ghost
innkeeper.
adventure.
No, that's not who I'm looking for. But here's where you do your cooking, your provisioning, crafting. Let's see if she's it.
The best
Nope.
gifts come within black sweet roll boxes. Taste the glory of pastry today by joining the First Church of the Holy Sweet Roll.
Church of the Holy Sweet Roll. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Okay, here is a book. Look for books as you do your map completion. There are books. Now, this may or may not be a lore book that counts towards this. We'll find out in a minute. I don't think it will be, but because they're different colors. This, as you can see, is just a brown book. The ones that are showing like a blue or purple tint to it, that is more of a lore book. Chances are it's a lore book. In fact, I'm 95% sure. Anyway. Okay, this is just about the cheeses of Skyrim. This is just a book. But let's see if it counts towards the map completion. No. See, I still only have one book. Shallowdoor's Library. Ah, there we go. Shallowdoor's Library. See, it would help if I read things sometimes. The books are identified by their distinctive purple glow. Discovering these books will improve your Mages Guild rank and advance the associated skill line. So these are all books for Shalador's library, and they do count towards your Mage's Guild achievements. What is this one? Oh my goodness. Another book. Oh. All hail the holy sweet roll. Oh my goodness. That's cute. I don't think that. Nope, it doesn't count there because it's not a Mage's book. It's not purple. Okay. In the inn here. Let's look in the map. See this little house? Oh, my little cursor's right on top of it. But there is a house, black, called, if you look at the top of the square here, it says Snowmelt Suite. That is the house that we're going, the room actually, that we're going to show you.
Who wouldn't want
Oh,
such a
wow,
cozy
she's
little
here.
home?
Hopefully, I will be able to get this room. Let's see what it says.
You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong.
A room at the local inn?
Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks. Let me be clear about that.
What sort of arrangement?
I need someone to improve the reputation of my property.
You could go through these and not listen, but you don't get the
look up to.
ambiance of the game, I guess.
You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something
And there's a lot of
greater.
lore out there
Seems
about
like we can help each
Tamriel
other
that
here.
as you're going along you learn. This one is of course not, it's just this room, but
Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn room is well kept, conveniently
by the way,
located.
Evil, if you're interested, we're
I
doing
know
a
you
run with
adventure
Alba's
types
group
wanting a
at
home in every
5
town.
in an
This
hour.
would be a nice addition
We're
to your
going
home.
into Cyrodiil as Ebonheart Pack, no CP, just to run a little crazy if you're interested.
No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge.
A skooma
the room
den.
is all yours.
Brand, one of our guild members, if you look at the last Homes tour, the basement of his Daggerfall overlook mansion is a skooma den. He grows the skooma in someplace else, another house he has, and then he has it imported to his Daggerfall basement, and you can see he has, if you tour the house, that he has a skooma den. Anyway, brand. Probably good money in it. Okay, so within legal reason, I can do whatever I want with the place.
Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat. Just don't demolish the place and we're good.
Okay, I accept your offer.
Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business.
I'm really excited because this is one that I've been trying to get. I wasn't able to get it with my other tunes, and I was kind of concerned that I wouldn't be able to get it with her, but we've got it.
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out.
Okay, anything else I should
No,
keep in mind?
just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine, like Zira.
Okay, we'll just
Oh,
not go
what a
there.
relief.
You own the place.
I own
She owns
this and
several
several
places
other
around
properties
Tamriel.
throughout
You'll see
Tamriel.
her again.
It pays.
We'll get in here. So this is a free room that you can put furniture in. Don't be too impressed. I mean, you're not going to be impressed by it at all. It's a very small room. But one of the things that really is nice is that you can travel to it from anywhere and it doesn't cost you anything. And early on, that's a big deal. But there's other ways of getting around. Okay. It's taking a while to go through here. It's taking a while. Okay. Load visit. Oh, As you can see, the room's not very big. Lowe's visitors list and ban lists from. Well, these are all Nether houses, by the way. All Nether houses. That's my most recent house. Okay. See, it's very basic. Let's see if we can add a little to it here. If you hit down in the lower corner, you see it says F5, housing, something or other, editor. I've got something over it, I can't see it. So F5. And if you press the R, this menu comes up. It's a housing menu. These are all of the items that I actually own. I have artwork and statues, and this is the stuff that I've collected over time. Do I have any sweet bedding? I got a little bed. I got a cot. That's not too comfortable. That's a little better. That's too big. There we go. How about bunk beds? Nah. I don't think that's going to work either. Let's go here. Okay, so I'm going to place this bed in my room, hit the E. Now I have a bed. Oh my goodness, what a... And it tells you down below how to move the items around. We're not going to get too technical here right now. I'm just going to put it down here and put it there. If you want to move it while you're in F5, you click on it and you can move it around. That's a whole nother thing. And that's something we'll get into. Escape out of that. Oh, no. I want to go back into F5 because there are two things I have in all my houses that need to go on the bed. Services. I have a banker, kitty cat, and that you can put it in each of your homes. There's the banker. And I have a merchant. Kitty cat. They're so cute. They just came in the last, I don't know, year or so. Maybe even less than that. They're really cute. So, escape out of F5, and that bed is crooked, but at this point I don't care. The banker is just like going into the bank, looking what is in my bank account and what I have on my person that I can deposit in there or whatever. So your withdrawal and your deposits in the bank. You can deposit currency here. You can withdraw currency here. Okay. Then you have your merchant, kitty cat.
Trade with Khajiit.
So cute. They're so cute. On the bed, merchant, you can sell, just like we had talked about before. You can sell items, any of your items that you have here that you don't need anymore. In fact, I'm going to sell just to get these out. I don't need them. They're not worth anything, so I'm not going to sell them at this point. And we'll escape out of there. So every one of my rooms has at least a bed and my merchant kitty cat. And the rooms, well, if I hit M for map and you click on this little house here, you see a list of the ones that you have collected. Now, this one, this one, this one, this one, Mars Kiss, Golden Griffin. Those were all free. They were all done through Quest, just the way I did it with this particular tune. It has to do with your faction, if you're Daggerfall Covenant, Ebonheart Pact, whether or not you can get it in your area. There's a whole thing to it. Or if you can't get the room here, you can pay 3,000 gold to obtain it. I have other ones here. Let's see, the House of Lunar Champions. I have a video on that as well. That is when it is quest related. You don't have to purchase it. and it's huge. And you do the story quests in Northern and Southern Elsewhere to get the first part of it, I think. No, just the first part. Then there's 3 separate rooms, different quests, different things that have to be done. It's all there in the video, tells you how to do it. Grand Cijic Villa, that was another one. Just so you don't think I've been spending a ton of money on these places, I haven't been. Grand Cijic Villa is the one that was also when they brought Somerset on. It was if you did the Somerset Pathfinder, I think it was, you were granted within a certain time period, you were granted the Grand Cijic Villa. So that's something that not everyone has. That was a free one. Gardner House. The Gardner House was my very first house as far as a real house, where I actually purchased it and furnished it. And then the second one was this one I bought just for one of my toons to live in because of the location. And then, of course, my Enchanted Snow Globe. Those 2 houses, this one and this one, those are the ones that are my favorites because I bought them. So anyway, I think what we're going to do here is just start the story quest because we do have a run that I need to go on in about an hour, and I'll be streaming again at that time. We will be going into Cyrodiil if anyone's interested on seeing how you get into Cyrodiil and that sort of thing. Oh, we have somebody stealing, but she's stealing stuff. Look at that. She's stealing. I don't even know who that is. But she's stealing. Is this a bookcase that you can check out? No, bookshelf. Yep. Okay.
I'll call the guards.
For it. Oh, she's in trouble. She stole something. Okay, let's go down and we'll do the story quest. I don't like to make these too long because there's a lot of information that goes in when you're first starting, and I hope I touch on it. I do post all of these videos on YouTube at Madam's Mix, and it's an apostrophe S, it's 2 words, Madam's with an apostrophe S Mix, second word. And you know you're there when you see my chicken logo. And that way, if you want the antiquarium one, the map completion, a lot of beginner stuff, the housing tours are there. And I'm hoping that, it seems like beginning, people just getting into the game benefit from it. Our guild also helps, the Citizens of Tamriel. We try to help new members to the game. It is very confusing when you first start, and a lot of people don't come back. Let me show you something here. This is our roster list for Citizens of Tamriel. This goes back to 2017. We have 465 members. You're max out at 500. But all of these people over here, you can see, haven't been on for 36 months. They got to a certain level and gave up. And we try to help. These are the ones that we are concerned with, the ones that don't know how to stay in it. Of course, some find it immediately. It's just not for them or whatever. But, there's a lot of people out here that have been off for a couple of years. We do not delete until we absolutely have to. I've had several people come back. We've had several people come back after being off for over a year, and they go, "Oh my gosh, you still have us here?" And it's like, yeah, we do, because we try not to dump anyone. There was one person that we had trouble with that had to go because we've got a really good group of people. Anyway, that's that. So let's go and talk to Lyris Titanborn and see what we have to do.
I'm accustomed to stairs, but I reached my threshold for gawkers a long time ago. Move along. I'm waiting for someone.
Brondold isn't coming. He's dead. Ooh,
He's what?
bad news.
Damn it. Queen Gerhild will be here at any moment. Look, Her Highness is expecting to talk to me and my contact. I need you to pretend to be that contact, or this will go very badly.
What is this all about?
We can exchange intimate details of our lives later. Right now, just know that the safety of all of Skyrim, maybe even all of Tamriel, depends on how this meeting goes. So follow my lead and be on your best behavior with Her Highness.
Follow your lead with what?
Lyris Titanborn. Your reputation is known even here in the West.
There's the queen.
Is this one of your famed companions?
No, but I assure you my partner is one of the Skald King's best. Go introduce yourself, partner.
I am Gerhild, Queen of Skyrim. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of our kingdom, our city, and our hold. Who might you be? The letter that preceded your arrival said an attempt was made on the Skald King's life. It indicated that High King Svargrim would be next. My husband took that as an accusation and a threat. He will not meet with you, but I will hear you out.
Remember, this Skyrim is like 1,000 years before the Skyrim game. So we're in a different time period, and that's why things are different. The people are a little different. You're not going to have the same. Some of the names might look familiar because of being ancestors, the ones in the game. Let's see. I've witnessed some concerning things since I arrived here, Your Majesty.
Have you anything that would persuade my husband? It will take some substantial evidence to convince High King Svargrim to heed the words of the hated Yoren, the Skald King.
I encountered a coven of Reach witches operating in your kingdom. Yes.
Trouble from the Reach is as common as snow in winter. That will not be enough for Svargrim to accept the help of outsiders. His hatred of Yoren runs deep. I will speak on your behalf, but you and Lyris must bring me proof my husband cannot ignore.
We'll find that proof, Your Majesty.
Thank you for alerting me to this situation. I am eager to see what else you uncover. I will do what I can, but be as discreet as possible. If you run afoul of my husband, he won't hesitate to return you to Yoren, and not necessarily in one piece.
Why is there bad blood between High Kings? This is a problem I have with this game, is their names, their words, their towns, trying to pronounce them. Maybe if we were Scandinavian, maybe? I don't know. Svargrim and Yoram, the Skald King?
Eastern and Western Skyrim have been at odds since the kingdom was divided. Yoren's ambitions for the Ruby Throne, however, have created a new level of tension. Forming alliances and raising armies for conquest. Should we not be wary of such a man?
Svargrim thinks Yoren wants to take over his kingdom?
Frankly, yes. He believes Yoren hasn't marched here with an army as yet, because the Western holds are firmly united against Pact rule. My husband is certain Yoren plots to erode those allegiances. He will not easily earn the High King's trust.
What sort of proof will persuade High King Svargrim to listen?
You must convince my husband that a threat greater than Yoren exists. Further, this threat must directly imperil the High King. Find proof of this, and I will assist you how I can. Helping to keep our hold safe will also allay his concerns.
What we've found so far isn't enough?
It's enough for me to believe your intentions are sincere. Learn more about these suspicious activities you mentioned, then bring it to me. If this threat is as dangerous as Yoren claims, prove it, and I will make my husband listen to reason.
A soldier accused me of being a spy. Are your people always so suspicious?
My deepest apologies. Between the Reach to our south and the Ebonheart Pact to the east, our soldiers have come to see all outsiders as a potential threat. I will look into this. Vigilance cannot be allowed to become a bludgeon.
Goodbye. Okay. So, we've been given a mission. Oh, gotta talk. See the upper right-hand corner? It tells me what to do next. Talk to Lyris Titanborn. So we talk to her again. Get away from the crowd.
You handled that better than I expected.
Ha!
What in Mara's name happened to Brondald?
He was fleeing pursuit and gave me a bundle of papers before he died.
Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brondald was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Yoren the Skald King could be over before it begins. What did he give you? Hand it over.
Here's everything I found.
Smugglers and Reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brondel thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this?
What do you need me to do?
Brondel mentioned
We
some
always
locals we should
volunteer
have a
for
talk
everything.
with. A snitch named Grega who likes to gamble in back alleys, and an orc named Mog who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn. Let's find them and see what they can tell us.
Can you explain what this is all about?
Succinctly? No, but I'll try. The Ice Reach Coven recently attacked the Skull King. We learned they're planning something in western Skyrim as well.
Okay.
So Yoren sent me to warn them. Beyond that, we have the leads Brondel found, and that's about it.
I ran into the Coven. I overheard them plotting something about destructive storms and a harvest.
I had a run-in with the Coven too. First at their stronghold in the Sea of Ghosts, then in Eastmarch. They tried
Sea
to...
of Ghosts.
Well,
Eastmarch.
let's say they had plans of an unkind nature regarding the Skull King. I
oh,
stopped them, then came here to warn Svargrim.
Why did Yoren send you to help Svargrim? They obviously had a bad history.
While it's true that Svargrim and Yoren don't get along, the Skull
Yada,
King
yada,
doesn't
yada.
want
Come
something
on.
terrible to befall western Skyrim. That would be bad for the East as well as the West. Besides, Yoren was hoping for an opportunity to improve relations.
Who are you again?
Lyra's Titanborn. I was one of Emperor Varen's 5 companions.
I'm sorry, that was
Currently, I serve Yoren the Skald King. Skyrim's my home, and I'll do whatever's necessary to protect it. Whoever's behind these threats will regret it, as soon as we identify them.
The Queen recognized
This
you.
axe and I have been all over Tamriel, to oblivion and back on more than one occasion for that matter. I've earned my reputation. Yoren hoped my fame might persuade Svargrim to grant me an audience, but it seems to be working against me.
You will meet Tyrus in the first, well, you may have met her previously, but you meet her during the beginning quest when you first get in the game, so she's powerful. When you're going through, I can't think of the name of it, where you end up in Cold Harbor. Anyway, what makes you say that?
Most
Sorry
of the
to go
tales of my
off.
exploits involve the liberal application of the blade of my axe. Svargrim must think Yoren sent me here to strong-arm him into joining the Pact. He's wrong, but I'd probably jump to this.
How do we know the smugglers and Reachmen are even connected?
We don't, but it's all we've got. Even if they aren't connected to the Ice Reach Coven, taking care of a few of Svargrim's problems might earn us some goodwill. Now, let's go check out the back alleys and the Lonely Troll Inn.
Okay. Now, let me explain just a couple things here about quests, which are basics. You see the next thing we need to do in the upper right-hand corner of my screen. The name of the quest is The Gathering Storm. What we need to do is search the back alleys and go to the Lonely Troll. Now, for a better description of what's going on and to show you exactly on a map where you need to go, you can hit the J. This is the quest that we're doing in Western Skyrim. If we had more quests, you could have up to 25 of them. They would be listed here. But this is the only one we're on, and this is what we're doing. So, it's for a level 3 person. They have it scaled down to somebody that's just starting. If you pick this up when you're like a level 200 or something, I think it's up to about a 50. So it explains what we talked about, and it's telling us what to do. Search the back alleys and go to the Lonely Troll. Now, down here at the bottom of the screen, if you hit the M, it shows you where you need to go. Here's where we are. And when the symbol looks like this, where it's an archway instead of just the top part of the symbol, that means you have to go through a door to get there. So you can see it's on the door down there, and that's the way we go. I'm going to go through there, and then we'll show you the next step. And then I believe I'm going to be getting off because I do have a run that I'm going to be streaming in about 45 minutes. So I got to get my act together here. Okay.
I'm not the first Nord from the East to receive a chilly reception at the Blue Palace. Doubt I'll be the last.
Somebody's Loris is talking. Okay, hit M for your map and search the back alleys. There's where you go down the road and here. And There must be another. Then where's the next one we go to? Okay, we'll do that. Oh, and then I guess then it will bring up the next part of it. Yes, that's what's going to happen here. We'll go there, then it'll bring up and show us where the next thing is that we need to do. As it is, I'm going to take off for now. I'm just trying to decide if we should raid somebody. I don't know. Oh, I like this girl. She's got 10 viewers. I think we'll go ahead and raid her. She is, I love her voice. She doesn't show herself, but she's got the cutest little voice. And she just runs around town and it's just fun to watch. I wish I had her sweet little voice. It's so cute. Anyway, I'm going to set this up. And we will head on in there. Oh, I did it in the wrong spot. Hold on. Okay, let's go here. Go to my channel. As you can see, I'm new to this. I shouldn't have clicked on her icon. Where did she go? Okay, I did it in the wrong spot. Now we'll see how this goes. Okay, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Say hi if you're there, if you could possibly say hi to her when you get on. Maybe watch her for a few minutes. She's really cute.
You're an odd one. Can I ask, is the game profane? Or hey, do you send me underworld too? Oh my goodness. Ah! Madam Mix, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hi Ivy, how are you? It's going great. Thanks for asking. How was your stream? I literally just started. We're talking a little bit about Liechtenstein, which is where I come from. And I might move back there soon. And Darkshot, don't worry, I didn't forget about your odd song. I'll do it in a sec. I swear it's either feast or famine in my Twitch streamers. You're all on at once and nobody is on. Drives me crazy, making me choose who to watch. Oh no, Smarty, I'm so sorry. Liechtenstein is a small neighborhood of Swiss. No! Oh my goodness. Don't ever say that when you're there. People will be so insulted. Small countries for the win. Yes. I just woke up, so nice to see you. Just started. Yeah. I just started. Just love your voice so cute. Oh, thank you. Pretty good doing beginning tune in Western Sky. Ooh, have you done the main storyline there yet? I haven't started it yet. Well, I have started, but like I've not gotten very far. And well, you know, Smarty, soon things may change. Soon things may change, and we'll have to switch it up with some Luna live stream vlogs. I don't even know what you call it. Twitch vlogs. I don't know. And then I'll be streaming different time. Best part of Green Orphan Yes, Marty, I can stream one day and have over 2 viewers, and other days we'll have like 1. Oh my goodness.
Isn't she cute? I love her.
Luna on the go. Yes, that's what I need to write that down. Hashtag Luna on the go. And I might even take you guys to IKEA when I go, if it happens. Luna on the go. There you go. Badger, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. Can we have a I need to. I don't know if you have any mods for it actually. Let me go shout out. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Madam Mix. There you go. Guys, clicking the link. Go give Madam